Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today, Crypto.com, guys, let's do a live stream focusing on CRO and Crypto.com because there is a brand new partnership that we have just found out about. Chris Marziak, the CEO of Crypto.com, speaking out about it. We also see some press releases from the team, and we're going to look at PayPal and Paxos, what they're doing here, what the goal is in the partnership, and really the effects of this partnership for Crypto.com, the implication for major financial institutions and crypto firms partnering up. And there is some pieces to this that you have to be aware of, guys, where this is much bigger than other partnerships. I think we've had so many partnerships that we don't realize which ones are more significant. Now, Amazon Web Services, the Google Cloud, for Cronos was big. That was huge as well. I feel like this is kind of right at that level. We're out in a different direction. We want Crypto.com, as if you're a Crocoin holder, you want Crypto.com to be as successful as possible, branching out and making as many wins in the space as possible. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. So we got to talk about it today, guys. I see everybody hopping into the chat here. I got my coffee, guys. I've got a great set of stories for you I want to share with you today. We'll talk a little bit about Gary Gensler, by the way, going on the hill yesterday. I think I'm going to do a full-on video on that one later today for you guys. But I'm going to focus on Crypto.com today. Welcome. I'll let some folks tune in. How's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, let's look at the charts to start this thing off and just see where crypto's at as these news stories are coming to. So today, it's up a little bit, $1.05 trillion for that market cap, folks. Bitcoin up to $26,580. Good morning, Lyndon. Good morning, Benny Blue Eyes. And Ethereum's back above $1,600, which is great to see. Binance Coin, $213. XRP, 50 cents. Cardano coming in at 24 cents. Right now, guys, just looking at the last 7 days over these coins in general, Compound and Maker. Something, guys, you got to keep, I've said it so many times. I keep telling this, you guys, on my opening streams here when we talk about the charts. Compound up 24%. Now, Chainlink up 17%. Look at Maker up 16% over the last 7 days. Specifically, though, Maker and Compound, guys, I don't know what it is, but these coins seem to rally in these bear markets randomly at times. But let's just look at this very quick. I'm going to get to Crypto.com, but like in the last day, this thing is blasting off. In the last year, we've had moves up, and then we kind of came back down. But right now, it is moving up. On the all-time chart, it's still way down from its previous highs. But when this thing wants to blast off, it goes up fast. It goes up in a wild, wild way. And seems to have a lot of moves. I seem to see this in the top gainers very often. Compound and Maker, two of the biggest projects on Ethereum. Some of the original victors in the DeFi summer that happened before the last bull cycle. Anyway, looking over to Crypto.com, where we're at right now with Crocoin today. Let's take a peek because currently sitting at rank number 35 still at 5 cents. No breakout on the Crocoin price, guys. What I want you guys to note is we are in a bear market, okay? And in this video, I'm going to share with you when exactly I think the peak of the next bull market is going to be. And I think that we could guess it within 4 months. There are some exceptions to that. The Bitcoin ETF could change that timeline. We'll talk a little bit about that. But what I want you guys to realize is even though we have such good news about Crypto.com, which I'm going to share with you guys, you're going to want to stick around, the price of Crocoin is doing nothing right now. It's at 5 cents, up 0.32% right now at $1.26 billion market cap. Just so darn boring. And if you are holding on to this token, you're probably pretty bored with it right now, which is fair. And if you're holding on to this token and you bought it in the last bull market, you're probably upset at the token right now, which is fair. But that's just how a bear market goes. And if you're new to the space and you bought at the peak, well, then you're probably watching crypto content to figure out what the heck you did wrong and what the heck you can do right in the future. And I think in that regard, you guys are in the right place today. So let's talk a little bit more about this news, guys, and get right in. Chris Marziak tweeted out stable and free fiat on-ramps for the entire crypto community. Crypto.com has multiple Euro fast SEPA transfer providers live for increased redundancy and convenience for our users. We're upgrading our on-ramp infrastructure with more choices to deposit fiat, starting with the Euro fiat wallet. They are adding more on-ramps to crypto, which is exactly what we want to see. In the UK, we have seen the banks kind of pull the rug on UK users with Chase Bank, at least. Chase Bank ain't allowing people to use them as an on-ramp. No way whatsoever. Chase Bank in the UK wants you to get into crypto. If you're using Chase, they're going to make it as hard for you as possible. In the meantime, Chris Marziak is just coming out the next day with some positive news about Euro on-ramps. We are seeing positive moves by this exchange. There is negative news going on in the crypto space. Yesterday, we saw Gary Gensler get grilled because he's clearly a corrupt piece of trash. And he's clearly got an anti-crypto agenda going on. Even Congress people on both sides of the aisle, both people like Elizabeth Warren, who's a Democratic senator. You have congressmen on the left, congressmen on the right. Mostly the right has been a critique of Gary Gensler, but everybody's critiquing Gary Gensler now because he's a piece of trash. And you see Chris Marziak is just focusing on building. And this is what we want to see. Now, besides adding more of these Euro fiat wallet upgrades and on-ramps, this is the really big news today. Crypto.com gets to tweet out today this spectacular piece of news right here. Thrilled to partner on driving global adoption of crypto together with PayPal and Paxos. Now, you know PayPal, but do you know Paxos? We'll get into who Paxos is here in a little bit. But again, Chris Marziak, the CEO, getting to come out with a message showing what they're focused on, showing that they are building is huge, guys. It's huge. Now, what are the details of this partnership and what's going on here? Let's take a peek at it. Crypto.com teams up with PayPal and Paxos to further enable PayPal USD. PYUSD. Now, for those of you that don't know, PYUSD is PayPal's stablecoin that they launched a little while ago, and they are actually partnered up with Paxos on that to make it possible, which we'll get into. But this announcement is huge, guys, and there's a couple pieces I want to highlight for you. So I'm going to read this headline piece for you, and we'll talk about a detail in here that is very, very, very crucial to understand. Crypto.com announced it has teamed up with PayPal and Paxos to establish Crypto.com as preferred PayPal USD exchange. Crypto.com has already listed PYUSD on its platform for both retail and institutional users, and is currently the crypto trading platform with the deepest liquidity for PYUSD trading pairs globally. Crypto.com has the deepest liquidity for PYUSD trading pairs globally. The deepest liquidity. The deepest liquidity. Guys, that's a big sentence right there. Okay, now, could that change? Could other partnerships sprout up for PayPal and Paxos with this PYUSD piece? Sure. But is it going to be Binance? Well, let's see. Binance is the largest crypto exchange in the world. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Well, it would, but they're getting taxed by the DOJ and the SEC, and maybe strategically it's kind of a risky thing for PayPal to be doing. So I don't know, guys. I don't know if there's another exchange that's going to be able to surpass Crypto.com as having the deepest liquidity for this new stablecoin. We'll start answering some of these questions too. Well, how big is this stablecoin? Is this really significant? This is not, USDC. This isn't USDT. This is something different. But honestly, I think it's something more important and bigger. Okay, and we'll get into why. Part of the reason is because PayPal has been a true pioneer in the digital commerce evolution, and Paxos is a market-leading issuer of stablecoins to more centralized, I shouldn't say centralized, institutional entities that are really compliant with probably security laws, the government in general. PayPal has its own stock. Paxos has been very successful. Guys, this isn't some back end like USDT. A lot of people criticize USDT because they think that it could collapse, and there's question as to the development of it and how it came out. Well, PayPal is different, just like USDC. USDC is a great one too because they're partnered with Coinbase and Circle, which had this coalition. and they propped up that stablecoin. Well, I think this is kind of the next big stablecoin to come along, and we still have a lot of growth to see here. But this is going to continue to build on PayPal and Crypto.com's initial integrations, which we'll talk about, including being able to use PayPal to top up the Crypto.com Visa card. Now, let's look at this, guys. Crypto.com partners with PayPal and Paxos, preferred for PYUSD trading. What I want you guys to see is this. Right now, Crypto.com has 80 million users, and PayPal gets an advantage here because they get to tap into that user base and get more PayPal customers, which is great. Now, what you also need to be aware of is the fact that PYUSD is not just on Crypto.com. Remember, Crypto.com has the deepest liquidity, but PYUSD has already gained a presence on major cryptocurrency exchanges, including Bitstamp. It's on Coinbase. It's on Kraken. It also serves as a payment for platforms like BitPay and MetaMask. PYUSD became accessible to Venmo users as well. But remember, Crypto.com has the deepest liquidity, even more than Coinbase. Coinbase, by the way, if you remember, owns 5% of all the Bitcoin in existence. It's very interesting. The other important piece to this is the New York State Department of Financial Services has also recognized the stability and reliability of PYUSD, including on its green list of approved cryptocurrencies. This is also one of the most significant pieces to this story. Why? Because the state of New York has notoriously been awful for buying cryptocurrencies. They boxed out Coinbase users on a variety of tokens. You can't buy Crocoin in the state of New York on the Coinbase exchange. At least you were not able to do so for a while when they listed the token. There is not a very crypto-friendly stance from the state of New York. They've been boxing out a variety of different crypto products, but they greenlighted this. Why? Because of PayPal, guys. This is one thing that Crypto.com has been doing continuously, spectacularly well, in my opinion. They overtook a exchange to get that CFTC approved product, which was spectacular to get them on the CFTC, green light list, right? They are now partnering up with PayPal so that they're having less issues interacting with currencies and using bringing cryptocurrency services to the state of New York, which is huge as well. This is all good, guys. This is all great to see, and it's very, very exciting. If you're a Crypto.com holder, in my opinion, I think you should be pretty excited. Now, some of the different things that you can do right now with Crypto.com is PayPal, and one of the things you heard about in this article is topping up with PayPal. For those of you guys that don't know, you can currently top up your Crypto.com card with PayPal. Here's the instructions. It seems pretty simple, guys. I've never done it. I don't really use PayPal personally, but I know that there are millions and millions of people who do. And if you want to use your Crypto.com card, and heck, if you're sick and tired of the banks and interacting with banks, maybe you can just use your PayPal and your Crypto.com and, pay for your groceries through topping up your Crypto.com card through PayPal. The instructions are very, very simple, very easy to follow. It's pretty straightforward. And this is just one thing that they had before this whole PYUSD thing came along. But let's look more into this. So what is Paxos? Built for the future of finance. Global leaders in financial services use Paxos platform APIs to build their blockchain and digital asset solutions. Stablecoin and payments, blockchain-based payments and regulated stablecoin solutions. They're a crypto brokerage as well, crypto infrastructure with qualified custody and licensing and trading. And remember, approved by the state of New York, essentially, at this point. And they also have a securities settlement and commodities settlement. So some details there. They've already kind of been through the ringer with the regulatory bodies here in the U.S. Now, what do they lead with? They lead with PYUSD. It's one of the biggest products that they have. And so this company is focused on this. They're also focused on USDP, which is one they had before, and PAXG, which is just another one, which is backed by one fine troy ounce of gold. So this is a stablecoin backed by gold, it seems. This is backed 1-to-1 by the US dollar. And then Paxos Trust Company is this new one, which is also backed by the dollar, which we're talking about here today. So this is all great to see, guys. This is a good step in the right direction, but let's learn a little bit more about what's going on. So the crypto brokerage, launching crypto solutions for the world's leading financial services. Look at some of the partnerships here. And they're taking a regulatory first approach. This lines up exactly with Crypto.com, who is also taking a regulatory first approach. This is going to prove to be a spectacular partner for them in the long run, in my opinion. You can also see more about the PayPal USD piece here. Issued by Paxos Trust Company, PayPal USD is a PayPal stablecoin designed for payments. And this is a big partnership. High standards of consumer protection. Paxos issued stablecoin PYUSD and its reserves are strict regulatory oversight by the New York State of Department. So this is what you can see. It's one-to-one, bankruptcy remote assets fully segregated. They are taking this thing very seriously, guys. This is moving forward into integrating crypto into the mainstream. If you want crypto to become a fully adopted technology, people like PayPal, people like Paxos are working on doing it in a proper regulatory fashion, integrating with some of the major exchanges out there. And that's what we're going to really want to see. Some of these more centralized players like Crypto.com integrating with some of these other centralized entities like PayPal and Paxos to kind of get crypto on-ramps going, building this infrastructure up. But that doesn't mean, guys, that we want to go away from Cronos and the DeFi side. We still want that to exist in its own silo. We want DeFi over here, and we want easy use of on-ramps over here with centralized entities. There is a world where both of these entities can interact, and I think that once we see where we land here, that's exactly what we'll see happen, guys. And the other thing that you need to look at, well, how big is PayPal? How big is this PayPal stablecoin right now? Well, here's the deal, guys. Looking at it, it's a stablecoin, so it's $1. But the market cap can fluctuate on this. And right now, the market cap of this token is $44 million, which is pretty darn significant. Can this grow? Yes, it can grow. You can see some of the exchanges that you can kind of get into this token and start to interact with this token. Let's see how this thing grows in the next bull market, because a $44 million market cap is very, very small for a stablecoin when you compare it to looking at some of the top market caps out there for stablecoins, an $83 billion market cap. This shows you the upside there is for this stablecoin, and as that stablecoin gets more upside, there may be a big upside for CRO and Crypto.com to ride up as well with this, because if they are in fact the deepest liquidity partner for this coin, then with the rise of the PYUSD coin, I would imagine if Crypto.com remains kind of the driver's seat here and other exchanges with this PYUSD coin, it could be pretty big for them in this next bull market. And there's a lot of other great things that we could see, but the biggest piece for this next bull market will be the SEC deadline with this Bitcoin ETF. But before I get into that, I just wanted to let you guys know that I am bullish. I think this is a very exciting partnership. I think it's very exciting. I think there's a lot to be excited about here. These two big players, Paxos and PayPal, are going to help Crypto.com now that they have this partnership. We saw Chris Marziak come out on Twitter and ask for more partnerships and more acquisitions. I think they're going to continue to grow. I think they're going to continue to do things like that. But let's look at where we can expect the peak of the next bull market to come. Because Crypto Kip, if this is going to be so great and I'm going to make so much money on Crocoin because of this partnership, which we'll see how that goes, when is this peak of this bull market going to come? Well, let's talk a little bit about that now, guys. Let's talk a little bit about that. So the SEC just extended their deadline for ARK Invest, VanEck Spot, Ethereum ETF filings, and they're going to continue to push back on the Bitcoin spot ETF filings as well. We know that Gary Gensler is, again, a piece of trash, and he is going anti-crypto as much as he can for whatever reason. We don't know. Probably to line the pockets of the people that were there before crypto, that he's got some backdoor dealings with that we just don't know about yet. We're not privy to it. Hopefully that comes out one day and we can grill him here on the channel and factually say he's corrupt because XYZ. We know he already had backdoor meetings with Sam Bankman-Fried, but we need more than just kind of the smoking gun thing. We need more. But the SEC is pushing out these deadlines, and why I want to talk to you about this is because this is part of the thing that you need to look at if you're trying to anticipate when the next bull market's coming. You need to anticipate what the SEC is going to do, because the most bullish thing we can see for crypto overall is the spot Bitcoin ETF and these Ethereum ETFs as well. They pushed back their new deadline for the last two Ethereum filings has been delayed to just after Christmas. They are pushing back their timelines with every chance they get. The SEC does not have to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF until January. January is the final deadline. They're with no more extensions available to them. So that's something to look out for. And Ethereum is going to continue to get pushed back, and likely that's not going to come till way, way later. I wanted to also share with you guys that keep in mind, when the Bitcoin spot ETF comes, this could be the thing that could push Bitcoin past gold. It really could be, because when gold got its ETF approved back in early 2000s, it was absolutely explosive, parabolic for it. Bitcoin could absolutely go explosive and parabolic on this news, which could also change the timeline for this bull market. So when we make this prediction here in a second about when the next peak of the bull market is going to be, we got to take it with a grain of salt, because we got to acknowledge that the spot Bitcoin ETF could adjust the time frame on that. But I want you to remember that the price of Bitcoin, I believe, in terms of its market cap, could flip gold at some point, which could bring Bitcoin up to $700,000 price. Some people are saying this could happen by 2031. I do think that if you hold one Bitcoin, eventually you will be a millionaire no matter what. Whether that's 10, 20, 30 years from now, I don't know. But I do believe that one day a Bitcoin will be over $1 million, and mostly because of this gold argument specifically, which I like to see. Now, what's the timeline on that, Crypto Kip? Let's talk a little bit about that. What I want you guys to see is the previous two bull markets, December 2013, the last three bull markets, December 2017, and then I want you to see November of 2021. These are the last three peaks of the previous bull markets. Now, from peak to peak, from green candle to green candle, that is going to be 1,491 days, okay? This is that 4-year cycle we're talking about, guys. 1,491 days. That's from 2013 peak to the 2017 peak. Let's see how it was from the 2017 peak to the 2021 peak. Now, here's the question, guys. Was this the previous peak of the bull market, or was this one? It was this one. It was the higher point. So we'll look at this higher point. And this was 1,431 days. So 1,431 days versus 1,491 days. You're talking about a 60-day difference. So it's fair to say, so far, we can see that we have two different gaps between bull market and bull market, peak to peak, that are within 60 days of each other. So if we can say, well, then maybe we'll be within 90 days of it, from this peak to the next peak, let's look at where we land. So we'll go to 1,400 and let's just say 30 days, okay? And maybe a little bit less. Let's say 1,400 days, because I think that this bull market might come a little bit sooner. Why? Because of not only the Bitcoin halving that's approaching very fast, which always comes, but mostly because we expect, guys, this ETF to go and make Bitcoin absolutely parabolic. So at that point, 1,430 days from the previous peak would be October of 2025. And so what you can see is August, September, October, November of 2025. That's going to be your peaks, guys. That's going to be your peaks. Well, let's look at what happens in the year leading up to those moments, okay? So here you go. There's your peak, and let's go 365 days out. Boom. 365 days out. That would be right here. And that's really when this thing wanted to, so like almost 1 year out, it broke out above the previous all-time highs, guys, okay? All right? Again, looking at 2017, about, let's see here, 365 days. 365 days. Let's go here. Boom. Right here, you can see about 365 days out is where it breaks its previous all-time high. So now you got to ask yourself, when will Bitcoin break its previous all-time high? Well, there's two possible answers to this in my opinion. One, I'm going to say 365 days, around 365 days ahead of the predicted peak of the next bull market. We just predicted the peak. We think it's going to be around October or September or August of 2025. And so in 2024, again, in the fall, in the late fall, we can expect a big rally to come. Okay, that's one side of the coin. The other side of the coin is, now that we have a spot Bitcoin ETF, Could this be a catalyst that's an absolute game changer? Could this be the bull run that's different? This time it's different. Most dangerous thing you could ever say in crypto, guys. Most dangerous thing you could ever say in crypto or in any asset class when you're trading. This time it's different. It's hard to say if that's the truth, but there is something to consider here, because when a spot Bitcoin ETF is approved, we can guess that it's probably going to be extremely bullish for this asset class. And it's probably going to send Bitcoin to the moon. And we can also see that the final deadline for Gary Gensler to approve this is in January. Now, if Gary Gensler denies it, well, then that keeps us on track, I think, still for that bull market to start really, truly, and breaking out at all-time highs that fall in 2024. But if he approves it in January, well, then maybe we boost this bull market up altogether and we see a peak a little bit sooner. Maybe we blast off to previous all-time highs all of a sudden out of nowhere in the spring of next year. And this whole bull market cycles changes just because of this huge catalyst for institutions now being able to invest in it through the spot ETF. That could be true. So there's two ways to go there. There's two things you got to take away from that. Really, there's only one thing you got to take away from that, which is we are running out of time. There may be an opportunity, guys, up until, maybe next fall, where we have a chance to accumulate before previous all-time highs all the way until next fall. But there also may be a chance where it's coming in the spring and we have 6 months or so before this big bull market really comes with the spot Bitcoin ETF. Either way, guys, you do have time. You got half a year to a year, maybe even a year and a half to really accumulate before we go extremely parabolic here. And that should be pretty exciting to you. In general, this whole market should be exciting to you. Crypto is very exciting. It's a brutal bear market right now, but if you're here, heck, I am bullish on you. Right now, we got 47 viewers in this live stream, and we got 16 likes. If you tap up that like button and leave a comment down below on what your opinion is on what's going on, I'm curious. I'm curious about whether you like this, whether you don't like this, and what your thoughts are on this, guys. I want to share some of that with you. Other news for Crypto.com that I thought I'd share with you today is this. I did get my airdrops. Here we go. The airdrops are complete for Crypto.com's NFT airdrop they had going on for the backpack holders. You cannot open these yet. I don't know what items I got. But if you guys are looking for your airdrops, you should have already got them. If you're looking to buy these on the open marketplace in 5 days, 22 hours, 20 minutes, and 24 seconds from now, you will be able to get the other tools of trade. There will be some that are accessible to people that don't have some of the Explorer packs that got the free airdrop, and there will be more, let's call them, epic tools that are going to give you better in-game advantages for this Crypto.com main city game, which is pretty fun. In the meantime, guys, Crocoin's not doing that well, but I'm not really focused on the price of Crocoin right now because we just looked at the long-term vision. I am curious to see the development for this game. Here's my land. Here's my game. I can't really upgrade right now, so I'm so excited to get these airdrops because things are so darn expensive. I'm going to continue building, continue having fun. In the meantime, I'm going to stay patient with this thing, and I'm going to stay patient with the game. I think I just didn't even show you guys the screen, but here are my airdrops. I was trying to show you guys my airdrops right here. I've got a bunch of them, so I'm excited about that. And then here is my current game right now and where I'm at with that, guys. What else is going on? How you guys doing? That was a lot of the news that I had for the day. Now let's chat a little bit. What's going on, folks? What is going on? What is good, my friends? Let me get a sip of this coffee. Can I just tell you guys that life can be hard sometimes. Bear markets are certainly hard if you're an investor. You buy a thing, the price goes down. That's hard. Your car breaks down. You got to pay $1,600 at the mechanic shop. That's hard. That just happened to me. You got a deal. You got a deal you're looking at. The deal falls through. That's hard. That's happened to me. You get in a fight. You get in a fight with your wife, your friend. I didn't get in a fight with anybody, but sometimes that happens. Things can be tough. Life can be tough sometimes, guys. But how's life really going? At the end of the day, is your heart beating? Are you breathing? Do you have enough money to eat? Is there food on the table? Do you have a roof over your head? If you don't, my heart goes out to you, and I wish you many blessings. But if you do, I wanted to just tell you guys that life is good. Life is good. Okay? Life's too short to get stressed out. And honestly, when you do get stressed out and you start thinking, oh, this is tough, or you wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you're grumpy that day, you know, the more you latch onto those feelings and those thoughts, guys, the less you're going to do to move yourself forward, move the needle for your own life. And I just wanted to share a little message with you guys that even if you're having a tough time in this bear market, or, you know, you have an injury, you know, or you have a hurt relationship, or you're having an issue with your car, you'll get past it. And I urge you to focus on building yourself up and focusing on the positive. Positivity, gratitude. These are very, very important every single day. Because if you're not grateful and you're not positive, then you're not going to celebrate your wins. And if you're not going to celebrate your wins, then you're not going to motivate yourself to go out and find more wins. I don't want you guys to win out there, all right? I want everybody to win. Bear markets are for building, and I'm genuinely trying to build myself up as a human. I've been working out. I've been trying to figure out a way to get a property, looking into that very seriously. I've been saving up cash to do that. Now we're going to get this property, my first real estate endeavor. This is my first investment property. We'll probably live in it for 2 to 3 years. We're going to refinance it. Then we're going to find a renter. And then we'll have a source of cash flow for ourselves. That's a good goal, you know. Can there be stressors in there? Oh, well, what if this, what if? Yeah, but you know what? You go on, you move forward every single day, and you stay positive, guys. Life is good. Life is good. What's going on, folks? Ron Wilson saying people got burned the last bull run, but more people are more interested in crypto than ever before. It's true, you know, it's easy to get burned too. Most people that enter Bitcoin lose. That's a fact. That's why we did the channel, guys, because I think there's a lot of influencers out there and that have in the past have been too bullish. And now we are bullish here. But we are in a bear market, guys. We're in a bear market and we got to be realistic. And when the time comes to sell, just watch and see. We're going to be selling. We're going to be selling a lot, and we're going to be telling you guys when. And I'm going to say it's time for us to take profits. I don't know how much longer this could go up, certainly, but I've got this, and this that I want to pay for. This, and this is what I'm going to do with the profits. There's ways to win, guys, and you have to have things that you want to win for. Having a piece of property is a good example of that. Maybe your car is unpaid. You want to pay off your car. You got to figure out things that you want to do with the money if you start making money in crypto, because otherwise you just watch it go up and come back down, and that ain't no way to do it, guys. Hello from sunny Cyprus. I believe in Crow will 3x to the last all-time high and go to $2.70. That'd be spectacular. You'd have a lot of Crocoin millionaires in the chat if that happened, my friend, and I would love to see it. I think it's very possible as well. Couldn't agree more. Isaac Bounce says, you buy crypto, that keeps falling sooner or later. It's going to recover, if not now, in the next couple of years, and there's always a pump somewhere. There will be pumps coming. We will see. Benny Blue Eyes says, adapt and overcome. Absolutely. People are agreeing. Life is good. I'm glad to see this positive sentiment here in the chat, guys. People are very bullish right now. People are very positive in the chat. I love to see that, guys. I think life is good. I think we got to focus on that. Let me pop out this chat really quick. I gotta see what everybody's saying. So boom. Just missed a message here. Crypto Kip, do you think C19 cut the last bull run short? If so, does that mean that BTC would run higher and faster? I got to be honest, Benny, I need you to expand on C19. I probably know what it is, but it's not clicking at the top of my head right now for what C19 is. What is C19? But I do think Bitcoin could run higher and faster, to answer that part of the question, just because of the Bitcoin ETF. Just because of the Bitcoin ETF. Cryogenic says, I already own a house, but the bank still owns half. That's Cryogenics. You are a perfect example, my friend. The bank owns half. Focusing on paying off that house as soon as possible, in my opinion, is just as good as dollar cost averaging into crypto. Maybe do both. You know, maybe do both. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to give you financial advice, but I'll tell you that my goal is to pay off my property as soon as possible, because then it's done. Then it's done, and now it's not something that's draining my money. I want my math equation to be one where it's plus dollars. Plus dollars, and as many plus dollars every month, every week, every day that it can be. If I've got $10 going out, I want $100 coming in. If I've got $1,000 going out, I want $100,000 coming in. If we can get rid of our house payments, sure, you're still going to owe your property taxes. Maybe you're going to owe your HOA if you have an HOA. But maybe you're able to move out and then rent it. And now you have a real estate investment portfolio. Or maybe you don't want to do that. But at least if you can minimize the expense of your house and stop paying the bank every week and every month, I think you could be in a better situation. But it's tough to do. It's tough to do. Victor Gomez asks me, oh my gosh, C19. Oh my goodness. I don't know what C19 is. Yeah, great. Wow. Okay. Wow. Great question, Benny. Do I think that COVID ended up bringing the last bull run short? You know, Benny, I think that it changed that. I think that it changed it. I think we got that double peak because of it. The stimulus money was so strange. But, yeah, maybe, you know, in general, I just think that maybe it was more so the Gary Gensler and the XRP case and the C19 deal. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's certainly a possibility. But Victor wants to know, do I have a... I can't believe I didn't know what C19 was. That's awesome. Thank you, Mr. Turtle. By the way, I love your name, Mr. Turtle. Your name is awesome. I got a thing for turtles. I'll show you. If you're into my live stream tomorrow, I'll show you. I got this cool turtle I love. Not a pet turtle. It's something we bought on our honeymoon in St. Lucia. But Victor Gomez wants to know, do I have a Crocoin exit plan? Yeah, I do. I'll share. I did a video on it. Look it up. I did a video on it. You can see it. Look at our previous videos. I shared my Crocoin exit plan. And actually, if you look at that exit plan, you can kind of guess how many Crocoins I have. It's the truth. I kind of leaked it, guys. If you really want to know how many Crocoins I have, you got to go back and watch some old videos. I did one where I kind of gave it away. I kind of did. So there you go. There you go. Isaac Bounds, happy to make a live stream. I'm happy you made a live stream too. Thanks for joining us today. Appreciate it. More the merrier, guys. Crowbro says, I want my own home and to be financially free. Don't need a Lamborghini or anything like that. I just want to be free. Amen. Preach, 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 my brother. That's exactly what I want as well. That's what we all should want. That's all you need. Can we put food on the table? Do I have a car that get me from point A to point B? And is my family and friends happy and healthy? And do I get to enjoy my life? Do I get to do the things I do? Do I get to make my music? Do I get to look at my crypto? Do I get to play this game that I want to? Whatever it is that you want to do. Do I get to go golf? I love to golf. I love golfing. Do you guys, are you guys interested in any merch? Is that something you get? Like, should we build out Bitcoin and Crocoin merch? Is this something we should do, like for golf, like golf balls with Crocoins and Bitcoins on it? Should we? Do you guys want merch? I don't know if it's something you guys are interested in. I'm curious. We got like one little t-shirt right now. It's there if you want it for diamond handers out there, and if you're diamond hander, represent, I guess. But you know, is there other merch that you guys want? I'm curious. Let me know. What else we got going on? Anything, any thoughts on the recent Caspa pump? Yeah, I mean, Caspa's been ripping. Caspa could be awesome. I don't know. I mean, I missed Caspa. I'll just tell you guys, I missed Caspa entirely, but it's not over. I think in the next bull run, this token seems to have proved itself in this bear market. We're in crypto's pump. I think that it could be cool. I think that it could be cool. I think it could go well. I don't know a lot about Caspa. I do know that it's essentially an Ethereum competitor. I forget if it's EVM compatible or not. If it is, that's really good. Really good. EVM compatible is very important. Victor wants some merch. What kind of merch would you want? I don't even know. Sweaters, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, golf balls, golf shirt. I don't know. A black shirt with the 2 diamond-encrusted hands. Okay. All right. All right. People are talking about merch. All right. I'll talk to Black Sea tonight. We got at least 3 people that want some merch. Maybe there will be some others. Crowbro says, I'm in the 100K Caspa Club and got in early. Yes. Crowbro, you're on your way to your house. You want your own house? You want to be financially free? Keep an eye out. Take those profits when it's time. I don't know when it's time. I can't say. I don't look close enough at Caspa, to be honest with you. But it does look like it's going well. You probably made bank. You probably made some good money, Crowbro. Makes me happy. Let's see what else we got going on. Lyndon says, bear markets are amazing if you know how to short the market. That's true. Hey, if you're a savvy trader and you can trade and you can be disciplined, yes. Shorting the market, you can make a lot of money. At the end of the day, Bitcoin crashes faster than it goes up. That's just how that works, guys. But you got to be careful because it stinks. If you're shorting a market and you get short squeezed, that is the worst thing. That's the worst feeling. I've gotten short squeezed before. I shorted Bitcoin. I got liquidated on a short squeeze back in the day. I got liquidated a lot, guys. I was never a very good leverage trader. Frankly, I'm a very good buyer and holder, but I seem to be a greedy leverage trader, which is why I avoid it. I have to. I don't. And also, like, when you are leverage trading, it consumes your existence. I can't sleep as it is. I don't sleep. I'm scrolling. I'm looking through Twitter. I'm looking for stories for the next day. I'm focused on this and that. I'm trying to learn. If it's not crypto, I'm looking at a documentary about North Korea or something, or like China and the US and the history of this and all this stuff. So I can't sleep as it is. But if you're leverage trading, good luck sleeping. Good luck sleeping. Yeah, everybody checks through. You know what? Actually, Victor, I'm not checking my portfolio every day. I don't check my portfolio every day. I check my stocks every day right now, but I don't check my crypto portfolio every day because, I guess I know how many Crocoins I have. I know how many Bitcoin I have. I know how many Ethereum I have. So I'm just like, I know if we're going, I generally know. I'm not even excited. Even if we get 100% gain, if everything 2X's, I'm not even going to be excited at this point because I know what's coming, and it's not just a 2X, folks. It's not just a 2X. It's gonna be fun. A missed opportunity is like you missing the train at the station. Another one is coming soon. True, there's always another opportunity around the corner. When one door closes, another one opens. Perfect example. I was out trying to close a deal the other day with the sales job that I have, and I literally knocked on a door, and I had somebody who I thought wanted to buy it from me, and they didn't let me in the office, and they didn't see me, and I sent an email to this individual, and I said, hey, I'm out front. I'll be here till about 2:00. If I know you're eating lunch. If you want to reconnect, because they needed help. They need help, and I thought I was going to be able to help them. That's my whole thing. There's a line that I like to say. It's hard to be nervous when your mind is on service, and that's how I feel on this channel. I'm never nervous for my live streams because it's hard to be nervous when my heart and mind are on service. I'm here to service this. I'm here to provide service for you guys. What is that service? It is entertainment. It is education, and it's transparency. And that's the same way I approach my sales job. I can help people significantly with their businesses. I really believe that, and I really believe that my solution is the best solution. And so I can go in with a good heart, good mind, and sell to somebody. But that door closed. They said no to me. And then 15 minutes later, I got a call from another client who turned out to be 3 times bigger than I thought. And they said they needed help. And now I've got an even bigger deal than I've had before, which is tremendous. Positivity, guys, gratitude. What goes around comes around. If you're good, good will come. I'm convinced. All right, guys. Yeah, Lyndon is a leverage trader, but says, I agree. I only use leverage to represent my total capital amount without having to deposit all into the exchange. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you think PayPal Coin is a good buy right now? I think PayPal Coin is a pointless buy right now, Victor, because unless you're using it for something specific in liquidity, but you're not going to gain any. It's $1. It's a stable coin. So there's no gains on the PYUSD coin, Victor. It's just $1. The market cap goes up. It's still just $1. But it's good because as it gets used more, maybe it can get integrated into some liquidity pools and other things like this, and just to get more onboarding into the exchange. And it's good in that way. But it's not good in like, hey, you can make a bunch of money on this type of thing. All right, guys, I do have to jet because I got some deals to close, and I got to figure that out. I got to close some deals, guys. That's all I got for you in this one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I am Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, guys, and as always, guys, you got to remember to DCA HODL. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. I got some videos coming up for you later today if you want to check them out. I don't know if the videos pop up at the end of these ones. I don't think I can do these like video tags that I always